Nah. What's good, fam? It's your boy Dway's on Blaze. You know the name, time, face, place, all that. And today, guys, clubs are going bankrupt because men aren't going. All right. I won't lie, I ain't really be going to the club like that. I ain't really be in the club or like that. So this is kind of true to me, man. I know I ain't be going to the club. I don't know about y'all out there. Are y'all still going to groove like that? This video is by Taylor the Fiend. It's your boy Dway's on Blaze. My mouse control is going out of place. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go.
Is clubbing dead everywhere? Like, is it just LA? Because no one goes clubbing anymore. Like, no one even wants to go out. None of my friends have been to the club. I haven't been to a club in months. What happened to clubbing?
There is literally no point in clubbing realistically. Nobody wants to hang out with a bunch of 30-year-old drunk women who are just looking to dress inappropriately and scam men for food and drinks. It's depressing and it's pointless.
In this age, 30 has become the oldest age ever, bro. Like, you'd swear 30 is older than 60, bro.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Men Only titled "Clubs Are Going Bankrupt, Women Are Stunned as Men Refuse to Attend." Now, today's video was suggested to me by Lock the Bounty Hunter. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comments, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Into the video where I explain my opinion on why the club scene has died. The first reason is
I taking this one home if you see at the club, gents.
that there's no difference in charge for women to get in versus men. Before you come at me crying that that's a double standard and it's not fair, you're right. Thank you. It is a double standard. It isn't fair. I didn't make the rules. God did. And where the girls are,
God did.
Follow.
That used to be true. The problem is that these women who go to these clubs are too old to be partying there, and men aren't going to pay to hang out with these women who are clearly having a massive midlife crisis.
Guys, is it just old women at the club? Nah, guys, I don't think it's like that. I know there's a lot of young women who are still going to the club. 22, 23, 24. I don't think it's just a bunch of 30-year-old women, 40-year-old women. That's out of pocket, man.
Women started having to pay the same amount to enter a club as men. It turned from a female-centered event to a male-centered event, and that's why it died. And they don't even have ladies' nights anymore, anywhere. It's literally embarrassing. Second reason it died is this whole idea of like section culture, like renting out designated areas for certain people of a certain status or not even of a status just by paying more.
The reason
It's kind of always been like that, no?
why ladies' nights aren't a thing is because men aren't paying to get into clubs anymore. Ladies' nights used to attract men, but those men are not interested anymore, and the VIP section is reserved for the men with money. It's not oppression, it's business, plain and simple.
Go to a public place to party and you rent out an exclusive little section for your clique to be private.
Yes, I want that PVT, man. I paid for this. I worked hard to be in the section by myself with the hus.
It's like, what are you doing? Go somewhere else. And with the section culture came the men being the ones who were the center of attention, dancing in the VIP areas for everyone to see.
That's because women are always on their phones nowadays, to be fair.
And no one wants to see that, men or women.
Whoa, relax. What's wrong with you? We can't have some fun as men. We can't dance now? What the hell?
She is clearly bitter that the men who pay for the VIP sections aren't inviting her over for free drinks and attention. Those types of dudes can get any woman they want, and they don't want her. That's why she's mad.
Third reason the club scene has died, in my opinion, is everyone's on their phone too much. And
Facts.
I don't know, maybe they just need to like have a policy where you have to put your phone away, but also like that presents other issues because wherever you go there's going to be creeps and you have to be able to have your phone on you. But I just think that the filming is like out of hand and people just being like on their phone.
But I thought women weren't in danger. I thought you could fight men and you can go to dark alleys and it's just fine for y'all. I didn't know that you need to be protected from anybody. I thought those levels of equality were in full effect. Okay, let me just shut
Are
up.
we surprised? Phones have ruined everything.
She's partially right. People are more concerned about creating Instagram moments as opposed to living their lives. But you have to appreciate the irony of a woman complaining that phones ruined everything while she's complaining into her phone.
Next reason is, I think DJs in general,
Oh,
not every DJ,
shit.
but a lot of them are more interested in like what they want to hear than what the party wants to hear. Like, have you ever experienced this?
No.
Like being in a car full of people and the person on aux is playing songs that like no one knows, or like vibing to like something they want to hear and no one knows the words to, and
Like, okay, whoa. So I must play music that everybody knows, bruh. What if I just want to play my deep cuts? I can play my deep cuts. Get out of here.
just like, what are you doing? That's the vibe I get from a lot of these DJs.
She's
This
boring,
complaint is
bruh.
pretty interesting. She just wants to listen to her music because it makes her feel young. She doesn't like living in a world where music culture has passed her by.
Nobody even knows the lyrics. Nobody even knows the words to your flippin' Playboy Cardi.
It reminds her that she's getting older.
And last reason, in my opinion, is today's hits just don't hit for
She's kind of right on that one. I won't lie.
dancing or partying for that matter. And there's a reason why the most fun songs to dance to are from like 20 years ago, is that none of the songs are catered towards having fun at the club.
20 years ago is a bit of a stretch.
Anyway, I don't go to the club anymore, but when I did, it was dying a slow, painful death. So I hope you enjoyed my takes on this matter.
We didn't.
And I hope for the sake of future generations that they can experience the club in the same way that millennials got to.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen.
Hashtag jealous.
Her complaints are pretty much the living embodiment of the old man shaking his fist at the cloud meme. She hates the fact that her time has passed and the new generation doesn't like what she likes.
I can only do this once because I have to study for a final that I'm set to fail. And I can't dash any expectations. Anyway, I want to know, I saw this video on here that was like, you want to know what happened to clubbing? Girl,
Why is it only mid-hands complaining? I don't see the baddies complaining. Where the baddies at? They're not complaining. They're good.
stopped being the ones dancing on the table. And that's so true. The reason why the club fucking sucks nowadays, except for a choice few, is because somehow, some way, the frat guys infiltrated it.
Going to college requires a ton of money, or at least a ton of debt, and she's placing her finals exams, an essential part of going to college, mind you, on the back burner to complain about how frat guys go to clubs.
So it's the frat guy's fault. That's what it is, hey?
It's clear where her priorities lie.
Their playlists snuck their way. Why am I not in the middle of a strobe lit club dance floor room having my "Where have you been all my" moment? No, instead I'm like, what rhythm is this? I don't know. I can't find it. That might be my problem. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. It could very well be my problem. But what happened to Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj,
What do you mean what happened to Lady Gaga? Lady Gaga's still kicking.
Rihanna?
Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, and Rihanna got old. They aren't marketable to a younger crowd, and clubs aren't going to cater to an older audience when the young people want to dance to the music that they like.
Bruh, people will still dance to Rihanna. She's not that old, bruh. She's not that old that we won't even dance to her, bruh. Like, that's crazy, bruh.
Why aren't you playing those songs? The other day, they played Sweet Fucking Caroline with a uns backtrack.
I've heard that shit. That shit go hard, too.
Go back to catering to girls, please.
If she thinks
Nah, how about girls go back to catering to us? How about that?
that her ideas are so great, she should drop out of school and open up a club to cater to everything that she likes. I'm sure that business model will work out better for her than her study habits.
Everybody says clubbing is dying,
Dying.
and it's true that many clubs have closed. However, something is happening. New nights, new sounds, and a fresh new scene.
The club.
Come with me
Just looks like dudes, bro. Oh, there's some hands. Okay, clubbing is not dying, but isn't that more like rave vibe?
Coming along for the ride?
It
Same
almost
difference.
looks like he's entering the gates of hell. The music is loud, but the people are just standing around and doing nothing. Nobody's having fun. Why would people spend money to stand around a bunch of bored people? That's not a ride worth taking.
I just got out the gym and I was sitting in my car thinking about how I really just used to club 2 to 3 days a week.
2 to 3 days a week. What the hell's wrong with you?
And now at my age, I refuse to be the old lady at the club, because I remember when I was the young buck at the club and me and my friends, we used to see those old ladies there and we'd be like, why is her old ass at the club? She need to be at home.
It's not healthy to be clubbing 3 times a week, but it's made worse when you have women in their 30s and 40s trying to prove that they can still party with the young people. It's embarrassing.
And so at this day and age,
To be honest, as a 30-year-old woman, I don't think it's that crazy for you to be at the club. 30-year-old guy, like, I don't really see you should be at the club, but I still don't think it's that crazy. Now, if you're 40 at the club, then that's too wild. That's too wild.
first of all, I'm too tired to go clubbing. And second of all, I don't want to be known as the old lady at the club, and I'd be damned if these young heifers gonna call me, look at that old lady at the club, she thinks she da-da-da-da, whatever.
These young heifers, why you gotta say that?
Whatever. So I don't know why that crossed my mind. That's just a random thought I had on
She's just mad for nothing, bro.
my way back from the gym. I do still like to dance though, but these days I only dance in my living room, or just around the house when I'm feeling it.
Good for you. Well done. Congrats.
I refuse to be the old lady at the club, or bar fly as they call it.
You have to give this woman some credit for knowing that after a certain age, going to clubs is inappropriate. Hell, I don't want to date club women anyway, regardless of age, but she at least has enough common sense to know that as you get older, your priorities in life change.
The reason bottle service is dying in the nightclub business: 1, you're selling a $60 bottle for $900. then you're charging all
That's facts, bro. The prices in the club be going crazy. Going absolutely crazy.
automatic gratuity when the bottle girl probably comes out looking like she doesn't want to be there. Like, then on top of that, you hit them with a, hey, there's a hotel fee. Hey, there's a casino fee. Hey, there's this fee, admin fee. It's like, how many fees are you going to add on to this?
By bringing up resort fees, he's most likely talking about places like Las Vegas, which is also dying because it's too expensive and people have better things to do with their money than have to pay an absurd amount of fees just to stay at a hotel and party at a depressing club.
That's one big concern. Then you got another situation where these managers, doormen, like, they're, 2 guys roll up, you're trying to say, oh, you got to do bottle service. Why not just give them a $100 bar tab instead of they got to spend $900 for 2 people to get in? If they look like scrubs, I understand, it's a whole different story. But if they don't, come on, that's just nonsense. That's greed. If you got a $60 bottle, you know, $300-400 is good. I know you're paying for the convenience, the VIP service, but it shouldn't be $700-900 a bottle.
What are the VIPs even paying for? They're getting attention from women who want nothing to do with them. They're paying for alcohol that isn't worth a price tag, and a club scene that's so dead that the guy can save some money by doing the same thing at home.
It's all a vicious cycle, man. It's all a vicious cycle, bro. That's all it really is, bro. There's no real end point to it.
Because this delivery
it just goes on and on and on. Nobody's really ever satisfied, but everybody is, you know? It's one of those ones. Bro, I can't even... I'm holding the wrong mouse. I've got too many mice here. Okay.
Unless you're in Vegas where you have tourists, Miami, you have a lot of tourists. That's a different story. Those places, it actually succeeds. But like other spots, come on. You guys are just getting too greedy. Club
Greed,
owners,
man.
Managers don't make the price, but anyway, club owners, stop being so greedy.
The greed comes from the fact that they need to make up for the fact that they're not making enough money to keep the doors open. They expect men to pay more and more to party at a club where there's no real marketable reason to do so.
You want to make clubbing fun again, it needs to revolve around women. Women need to be prioritized, and misogyny makes it so that's impossible.
What this lady's saying is 100% correct.
But you women wanted equality, bruh. Didn't you want equality? Now when we're saying pay the same as us to get into the club, now all of a sudden you women are crying. You women, all of a sudden it's like, oh no, you gotta make it about us again. It's all about us again. It's all about women. Okay? This is how it is. Alright? Deal with it.
I've been saying this for several years now. As a DJ, you need to cater toward the women. I'm going to bring this back to the dance scene. Most dance events, regardless of the genre, are mostly women. Okay? Women make the party.
The only women willing to go to clubs anymore are too old. Gen Z doesn't really bother because they can't even afford the clubs,
Bro,
even if they wanted to go. And older
Bro, what is going on in this video? Like, honestly.
and kill the atmosphere because men aren't interested in dancing with drunk women in their late 30s.
That's something male DJs don't understand. I've heard some DJs say, oh, I just play songs to make everyone want to stay on the dance floor. The people on the dance floor are not your target audience. They should not be your target audience. In fact, it's more important, in my opinion, to target the people sitting down. Who are the people sitting down mostly at dance events? Women, okay? You have to play music to keep the followers engaged, okay? You have to make it entertaining for them.
There's no point in making
Bro, why is it only women who are like 50 years old crying about this? Like, show me a girl who's 21 busy crying about this.
it entertaining for the women because modern women don't want to be happy. They're too busy just being bored and miserable to actually care about the world around them. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next.
Okay, well, that's I guess that's what we learned here today. Women are mad about not going to the club anymore, and I don't know why I'm opening Photoshop. I will close that. Oh my god. Oh my god, what am I doing? Anyway, let's well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Oh my gosh, it has been lovely. It has been a great time. Women, if you're over 30, you shouldn't be worrying about the club anyway. So stop crying about the club. You say you don't even go to the club, so what's the problem? Why are you complaining? All right, just stay in your lane. All right, all the women under 30, let me know. Do you still go to the club? Are you still clubbing? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, it seems like y'all ain't really about that club or life, but I see a lot of young girls going to the club, still going to groove, doing their thing. So hey, who knows, man? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Let's go.